guys, welcome back to the Mallory Moore Show. It has been a minute, but we're gonna go ahead and get into the tea while it's hot. See, I think my last post on YouTube was August 1st of 2021, but my last life update talking to you guys was January 1st of 2021, and it's gonna be January 1st of 2023. So I'm I've been wanting to come back for a while, but a lot of things have just been hard on me, especially this last year. I'm in a whole different I've transitioned into something completely different. That sounded crazy. I am at a different location. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. The route that I thought I was going with college was not the route that I ended up going. So we're just gonna get into everything. It's just been a lot, and I kept on saying on my Instagram, for the ones who do follow me, that I wanted to come back before my birthday, and I thought that was the case, but y'all, I had to get myself together. And one promise that I made to myself was I'm not gonna come back to YouTube until I'm fully healed and I've got myself together. So we're here, and I want to make sure that I posted a video before 2023 because we're in a new era. This was a lot. This year was a lot for everyone. So let's just go ahead and get into the reels. Okay guys, so I have my notes here on my iPad, and I'm still old school. I write stuff down just in case I miss something. But the first thing I want to talk about is Postgrad, my last moments as an undergrad at the illustrious Tennessee State University. Where do I even start? So first of all, my last year at Tennessee State University, I was the 92nd Miss Tennessee State University. So that was a job within itself. And then you have the trying to make sure that you're securing a job. You can feel like your friends or even your partner, starting to pull away from you because everybody is starting to go their separate ways. So I feel like you start seeing them being stressed out. You seeing people around you be depressed and stuff like that. And anybody that knows me and that's been following me for a long time, that I've been very, very, very involved ever since I was a little girl. So I feel as if I was starting to panic. No, I was panicking. I was basically panicking because I'm well, what's next? I've been on this schedule of school, work, activities, leadership, go to bed, wake up, homework, school. That's been my life for my whole life, basically. So it's this is completely new for me. I'm TSU has prepared me for the real world, but I was not prepared for the real world, child. So for anybody that knows, I was a health science major with a concentration in occupational therapy and a double minor in psychology and business. So OT school was not OT schooling at all. I had gotten waitlisted to majority of my programs. There was one program that I did get into, but it was all the way in Houston, and the school just kind of seemed a little sketch. So I wasn't prepared to move all the way to Houston. As all that I am the only child, so I'm not ready to just leave my parents to be that far. I'm from Alabama, so it's a 3-hour straight shot. I wasn't ready to just get up and move and be ready to start school in August. Not in Houston, at least. I'll say that. Not in Houston. I'll say that. So, I prayed about it, and I was just starting to realize that OT school wasn't for me. So that was one thing. And then, I'm trying to finish out my reign the best way I know how. My partner at the time, I feel our relationship was coming to an end, at the end of my senior year. So it was just a lot going on, and nothing that I couldn't deal with, but I was depressed, and I will never be too prideful to say that. You know, something that I have learned this year, you really have to put your pride to the side, and that's okay. You know, in the end, we're only here once. So I'm not too prideful to say that. You know, I was depressed, but I'm glad that I'm back the way that I am now. Like, I feel like I haven't felt like this Mallory, since 2020. So I will say that everything that happened to me for a reason. Looking back, you know, even though I was so hurt, looking back, I'm so glad that things happened the way they did. And I'm very glad that things happened the way that they did. And I think I'm just shocked. That's why I'm like pausing and stuff. I'm shocked that I'm just so open and saying that. That's how I know that I've grown, because me 7-8 months ago would have been like, I hate my life. You know what I'm saying? But you grow, you move forward, you learn your lessons, and you just have to move forward. So that was everything that was going on with me senior year. So got my degree, graduated, I'm back at home. So everyone knows how I am about being at home. I love being from the Magic City. Don't get me wrong, miss 205 to you. But being back at home, it was no motion. It was just nothing there for me. So I will say that God had me in isolation. It was like I was back upset again, because I'm like, what could I have done different? What's my next steps? What my next step? So somebody from the school reached out to me and was like, you know, would you be open to work at TSU? You know, we will pay for your master's and you would just work as a graduate assistant. And I thought about it, and I'm like, let me talk to my mom about it. So I talked to my mom about it, and she was like, you know, I've been saying, I kept having a dream that you was gonna work at TSU. And I had always brushed it off, like she had been saying that, like fall semester of my senior year. But I'm just like, why would I be working at TSU? Like, be for real. And I got on a meeting and I was like, this may be the move for me. I would get my master's in business administration with a concentration in supply chain. That was something that I wanted to do in undergrad. But like I said, I was too deep in to try to turn back around and change a major. Like, money was already spent at that point. I prayed about it, you know, went on a couple trips about it. I needed to fill this out. Like, I just started taking trips out the blue, because I'm just like, I need to clear my head. I didn't know if I wanted to go back and work at TSU, whatever. So I registered for classes. I applied to the program. I of course got in. Come on now. Y'all, I'm not cocky, but like, come on now. Like, you know, I had the grades. I was gonna get in the program. That wasn't the problem. Who was gonna pay for it? So I'm in the program at this point, but TSU has not offered the job. Like, when I tell you, when it's been mute, they had reached out to me in May about working at TSU. They didn't tell me which department, but I applied. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of May, I didn't hear nothing. June, I didn't hear nothing. I got in the program in June, like second week of June. July, nothing. School started like August, that second week of August. I can't remember the exact date. So like now I'm thinking like, you know, I had been looking at apartments and furniture the whole summer, but I'm like, I can't buy anything, sign no lease until I know for sure. You know, I love TSU to death, but y'all know how TSU is. We don't play like that. So I kid you not, like, I tell this testimony to everyone. Like, y'all, you have to have faith in God. Like, I never gave up. Like, I never gave up on this. And like, for the people who's like, girl, you was Miss TSU, da-da-da-da-da. Baby, that went out the window when I walked. They don't owe me nothing. Like, yeah, I was plugged in, but you gotta look at it from my perspective. 3 months then basically gone by and I haven't heard anything. So like, I'm thinking like, that Miss TSU car, all that out the window. I'm like, what's going on? So guys, keep in mind that it's Thursday. I got offered the job on a Thursday and I was starting school that following Wednesday. So me and my parents, we packed as much as I could in, you know, all of our cars. We went to Nashville. We got a hotel for like a week, and I kind of figured where I wanted to stay. We looked at the apartment. I signed my lease. I got approved same day. Moved in my apartment. I started work that Wednesday, moved in my apartment that Thursday, and all my furniture came that next week after that. So y'all, what I mean by that, please have faith. Like, you have to have faith. God is always right on time. I kept on praying that I wanted to live in Nashville. You know, I want to stay in Nashville for at least one more year. So, you know, when I was praying this summer, I'm like, 2 more years. So I wanted to go back to Nashville. I wanted to stay where I wanted to stay. And all I can do is say, thank you, God. This time last year, I did not think that I would be in the position that I was in, but I'm just so blessed. And I will say that God will continue to bless you when you're obedient. So like I said, I'm happy that things turned out the way that they turned out. Even though I was super depressed and hurt, you know, you win some, you lose some, you live to see another day. So I'm just happy with where I'm at right now. I just want everything positive in my life. I just want to have fun. You know what I mean? Like, that's what life is about. It's just having fun. And, you know, next year I just want to focus on Mallory. I want to focus on, you know, graduating, because I will be finished with my program in the summer. And I'll just be coming back to walk in December. So, you know, we're just moving on to the next. So that's like a little tidbit of how I felt, what I was going through. You know, I don't know if I was detailed enough, but it's like, I can't get into all the details, but we're gonna move on to the next topic. So, post-grad, moving into my first apartment. So we can talk about like what I do now, and then we're gonna like get into like relationships. Ooh. But anyway, so as you know, that I am back at Tennessee State University for my master's. Like I previously stated, I will be getting my master's in business administration with a concentration in supply chain. I don't know why I just said it like that. A master's in business administration with a concentration in supply chain. I will be adding my concentration next semester. I did great this semester. You know, grad school is hard now, but it's not something that I can't handle. But I enjoy it. I am in the virtual program, so you know, some people in my program are in Nashville, some people are not. I have not seen everybody in one big room. I did a case competition for Bank of America. My team was the only team to place at Tennessee State University, 3rd place. And you know, a win is a win. It's not number 1, but I'm blessed that we did place, and I love Bank of America. Great people. Shout out to my mentor and everybody out in Charlotte. I love y'all so much. And yeah, I can't wait for the next competition with you guys next semester, and my team and everybody in my program. Like, it's just been a different experience, and I think it's just been so fun for me because I've gotten to learn so much. Like I said, I got my bachelor's in health science, so the transition from like health science to completely business and at a higher level at that, I'm like, this is a lot, honey. And just to speak on being Miss Tennessee State University, just for a little bit, because it's over, but I appreciate the position even more now because I'm getting asked to come back a lot. You know, people are still using me, people are still reaching out to me for advice, and me being able to speak at a lot more things since I've graduated. So I really enjoy being the 92nd Miss Tennessee State University. It's still, I'm gonna always say that because it's true, it still feels like a dream. You know, it was one of the best times of my life. It was a lot of ups and downs, you know, during that time, but overall, being Miss Tennessee State University is still such an honor. And you know, I will probably add some pictures over here. I'll probably pause the screen for a little bit, probably, but yeah, I love being Miss Tennessee State University, and I love that I can, you know, still be a helping hand. Shout out to the 93rd Miss Tennessee State University, Samaria Harding. She was also Miss Junior while being on my court. So, you know, it's a lot of similarities. I was Miss Junior, then Miss TSU, then she was Miss Junior, then she was Miss TSU. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a family thing. you know, I play too much. But yeah, I love being Miss TSU. And if anybody's ever thinking about running, you know, hit me up, or, you know, yeah, hit me up. Hit me up. Not just for Miss TSU, just for, you know, leadership positions in general, and not just at TSU, anywhere. You know, I love being able to give advice and stuff like that. But it was a great experience. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And yeah, it's over. But, you know, forever your queen. I still identify as queen. Period. But y'all, let's get into relationships. Child. This is why I wasn't making the video, because it's just like, and don't mind the dogs, the dog park is right by my house. This is why I wasn't trying to make the video, because it's like I'm trying to be particular in what I say, but still mean what I say, be nice when I say it. But y'all, I am not the same girl from 2 years ago. I'm not even the same girl from January, if we're being honest. But I will say what I've always been, and that's somebody above the standard, somebody who's not gonna take the bare minimum. I'm not gonna settle. And, you know, in this generation, we're in a drought when it comes to dating. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my dating experience and just like everything that I've came across. So I will say I'm not dating anyone in particular, but I am dating. I know what I want, I know what I don't want, and I know what I won't tolerate. And so I'm just gonna speak on some of those things. I'm gonna be looking back and forth because I did write these down. So the first thing is, please date someone of your caliber. I feel like us as women try to give guys the opportunity because we see the potential, but the potential is just not enough. And that's just what I've learned. And I learned that very quickly. And once you see those red flags, you know, you try to make them green, but in the end, you know, it just doesn't work out, or in the end, a lot of things just will end up not mattering. So I just say, like, don't settle. You're gonna pay for it every time. Date someone that is secure within themselves, and make sure you're secure within yourselves before you date as well. Like, I'm a very secure woman, so my next man, like, he needs to be secure within themselves. He's not the star. I'll be the star, but I'm just playing. But yeah, like, just making sure that he's secure within himself. And like, y'all, I'm a bad, you know, I'm bad to the bone. So what I mean by that is, like, you gotta let me be bad. You can't be insecure because you know I'm outside and you know what I can get. You gotta know that you my man, and I'm gonna stick beside you. But if you insecure, like, why would I? Come on now. Know yourself, know your worth. Are these relationships even worth your time? Like, some people aren't even worth the entertainment. People live off of that. People live off of the hype and the clout. Some people aren't even worth your time of day. Let them stay in the DMs, y'all. It be the men that be begging you, been begging you since 2016, 2018. Sloth. Next. Anyways, know your partner. I will say, you can be with somebody for 2 years thinking you know them like a book. Child, they'll be the worst ones. You don't know your partner. And even if I feel like you get married, you still never know your partner fully. Everybody's always evolving and changing. It's up to you to see if they're for life. For real. Are they for life? No. I'm just playing. Probably. Make sure they're all about you and only you. Love you to the end. Make sure that your man loves you and adores you. Like, y'all, I like my man obsessed. Like, that was fake, but it's true. I love me a man who just love me so me. But I will say that, you know, I haven't been in a serious relationship in a while. It's almost been a year. So, I'm not saying that I'm not open, but I'm just really focused on Mallory. And I prayed to God of the man that I want, and in detail, I did the Sierra's prayer. So I have a very, very strong discernment. Like, y'all, my dreams are very strong. Like, even everything that happened earlier on this year, I dreamt that in 2021. I dreamt how everything was gonna play out, and it played out how it's supposed to play out. And I was dreaming these dreams before Christmas. So it's like, I have a very, very strong discernment, and I feel as if like nobody's him. And that's okay. I'm willing to wait, you know. My body is a temple, so I feel as if I'm not gonna just be out here just running around with anybody. I date to marry. And you know, it's cool, like I said, to go on a date or two, but in the end, I know what I want. I want something serious. Like I said, I'm gonna graduate again. You know, after the last few situations, my tolerance is low. And I feel as if like one red flag, I'm gone. So I don't know, y'all. Like, I'm just living life. But you know, I do sometimes be like, oh, I miss like having like my comfort person, not like the person I was with, but just like, you know, just having your person. Like, I've had this conversation with my line sisters all the time. Like, it's nice just having your person after you've had like a long day and a bad day. Like, where my man? Cause y'all, I'm the type of person, it's either we go together or we don't. And if we don't, like, there is no us. And also, ladies, I just want to say, like, stop sitting in situations that you know are disrespectful to yourself. If you know, like, y'all, you'll know in your gut. Like, I promise you, like, I felt it in my gut. I felt it so much in my gut about what had been going on that it was coming up in my dreams. When you know something's not right, and when you know when it's time to leave, just leave, because you're just gonna sit up in a situation and get hurt after hurt and hurt and hurt again. And I know they say keep going back till you get tired, but I'm not really that type of person. I just rather just leave you alone, because I always tell people, if it's ever between, like, this is what I be telling my lives, if it's ever between me and somebody else, go choose them, because it's gonna be cheaper to keep them anyway. She's a fan anyway, so just go head on. Just go head on. But I will say, y'all, that I got this from church this past Sunday. It was a really, really good sermon, and what he was basically talking about is transformational and transactional relationships. And he's saying transformational relationships are where this doesn't even have to be like a partner. This is friendships, whatever, any type of relationship, family, anybody. Transformational relationships is where you're coming together to make the world a better place. You're a ride or dies, you're genuine, you'll do anything for that person. You're there for them, you love them no matter what. No matter what. And a transactional relationship is where it's give or take. I do this for you, you do this for me. It's almost like if we go out to eat, now I gotta sleep with you when I get home. Like, relationships like that. And one thing about transactional relationships, there's a supplier. Once the supplier stops supplying, it's dead, it's gone, it's over. The deal is off. It's just like me going into Nordstrom's and I keep trying to get these shoes and the card is declining. It's over, you walk out the store. That's the way you need to think about these relationships. And when you pray to God about what you want, He's not going to give you anything that you aren't ready for if you're still dealing with transactional relationships. And one thing about it, you will know when it comes from God, because one thing about God, He is an overflow. He overflows with love. He never leaves. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. He'll always be there for you no matter what. It's like you could do no wrong in His eyes. God will always be there for you. He'll always be there for you. He'll always love you. So, ladies, men, whoever, if you're in these transactional relationships and you keep wondering why life is just not going the way you want it, look at the people that you have around you. You should only be one to create transformational relationships. And those are the only type of relationships that I want to create in 2023. Partner, friend. I love my family, of course, but just relationships around you are very, very important. And that's what I want to leave with you guys. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning back into the Mallory Moore Show. I know it's been a minute, but I'm so glad that I'm back and I'm here to stay. So drop in the comments what you want to see next. I really, really appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.